Hi everyone, welcome to Conceptual Thinkers Talk Primary Maths Concept with Teacher Ben. So today we will be talking about one of the question from P6 Nanyang Prelim 2021 paper 2 question 17. Okay, so let's start to interpret the question. So the figure shows a circle and four identical semicircles drawn inside a square of side 12 cm. O is the center of the circle, so we need to find the circumference of the circle. And part B, we need to find what is the total area of the shaded parts, and we have to take pi as 3.14. So let's start with interpreting the question. So we have a circle. So this is the circle that they are talking about. Then we have four identical semicircle. Now this is something that some student will not be able to see. So I'm going to use my cursor here to show you where is the semicircle. So this is one semicircle here, one, second one, third semicircle, and the fourth semicircle. So these are the four identical semicircles. Now they also tell us that the side of the square, so this is the square, is 12 cm. So first let's try to find out what is the circumference of the circle. So let's put our part A here. So to find the circumference of the circle, what we need to use is using the formula pi times diameter. Now the diameter of the circle will be 12 cm. So to find the circumference of circle will be equal to pi times diameter. So our pi here is 3.14, then the diameter is 12 cm as I mentioned earlier. So this will give me 37.68 cm. So for part A is pretty easy. Okay, now the difficult part is for part B. So some of my students actually struggled to actually find out how to actually look at the shaded part. So I'm going to go through this slowly. So there's a few things that I'm looking at when I solve this question. First thing is we need to actually join the shaded part to find out to create some common shape so that it's easy for us to find. So the first thing that I will be doing is I'll be shifting this part all the way to here, and shifting this part also to here. So what will happen is I use another highlighter. So from here to here, let me use another color so that is visible. So from here, okay, from here to here will be shaded. Okay, so this part will be shaded. Now, sorry. Now let's observe this the whole circle again. So for this part also will be common, right? This part also, and this part also. Okay, so I use another highlighter to represent the color, the part that I'm talking about. So here, and here. So this will allow me, if I take the square and I minus away all these leaves. These are the shape of leaves, right? So I have 4 leaves. So 4 leaves will give me 8 half leaf. So I'm going to use the half leaf formula to help me to solve this question. So I'm going to take square minus away this 8 half leaf. That will give me the area here. Use the red color. So this will give me the area here. I put a tick here. Okay, so but I will have 4 sets of this. So later I'm going to do a division of 4 so that I will get this 3 part. So this 3 part will allow me to handle this, and this part. Okay. So let's do the calculation now. So first I will find the area of circle. Sorry, the area of square. So the area of square will be length times length. I'm going to take 12 times 12. I'm going to write horizontally so that we have space to write all the steps. So this will give me 144 cm square. Then I will find the area of half leaf. Now I'm going to do some calculation for area of half leaf. Okay, so area of half leaf. So the area of half leaf is always using the area of quadrant. Area of quadrant. Then we minus away area of triangle. So I'm going to show you where is the quadrant. So I'm going to use another color here. So if I do a dotted line here, then I'm going to create another slanted line here. Okay, that connect to the center of the circle, right? So here is a right angle. So this will be the triangle that I'm talking about, and this is the quadrant. This is the quadrant that I'm talking about. Okay. So I'm gonna use quadrant minus away triangle. That will give me the half leaf here. The half leaf here. Okay. So area of quadrant will be 1/4 times pi. What is my pi here? 3.14. Then times now the radius of this quadrant, right? So let's do the calculation for radius. Okay, so radius will be equal to 12 divided by 2, so that will give me 6 cm. So I'm going to multiply by 6 times 6, so this means that from here to here will be 6 cm. Then I minus away the area of triangle will be half times base will be 6 times height. So you notice that when you do your half leaf calculation, your base and height will be the same as the radius. Okay, now let's find the area of this three shaded area. So to do that, we just need to take area of square. Area of square. We minus away 8 half leaf. Now the reason is 8 half leaf because we can cut this full part into two half leaf. So 2 half leaf, 2 half leaf, 2 half leaf. So we're going to have 8 of them. So we're going to find what is the area of 8 half leaf. So let's put a multiply to show that's 8 half leaf. Then the whole thing we have to divide by 4. Now the reason we divide by 4 is because if we take the area of the square, then we minus away this part, this part, this part, this part, we're left with 4 sets of this area. That's why we need to divide by 4. So the calculation will be 144 minus away 8 times 10.26. So 10.26 is the half leaf. Then we divide by 4. So if after we do that, we will get 15.48 cm square. Okay. Now let's focus on the other area. So please remember that we have all these three now. So I'm going to use another color to represent. So let's use a yellow color. Okay. So now I'm going to look at these two areas. So I'm going to bring this to here. Okay, so which means that this part will be shaded and this will no longer be shaded. Okay, so then if you focus on the whole circle, if you take the whole circle, then you focus on it. Okay, so let's use another color. Okay, let's call this part A. So this whole part, this whole of this will be A. Okay, now then we have another part here. Also, we can call it a B. Then we can call this part C and this part D. So you notice that actually the circle, right, has consists of 4 of this shape. Yeah, so which means if I find the area of circle, I divide by 4, I will get this 2 yellow thick area. Okay, so what we actually need to do is just to find the area of quadrant. Area of quadrant will be equal to 1/4 times pi is 3.14 times radius will be 6 times 6. So this will give me 28.26 cm square. Okay, so lastly we just need to add the area that we have calculated. So we have this to add in and this to add in. So we take 15.48 plus 28.26. So I will get 43.74 cm square as the answer for the total shaded area. Okay, so we have already identified the concept. Simple, the concept will be circle. Now we implement the steps. Then now inspect, right? Please ensure that you have used the correct length 12 cm for the diameter. for the pi, please use 3.14. Okay, to ensure that we didn't make any transfer error. Then just recheck your calculation to ensure that all your calculations are keyed in properly into your calculator. Okay, so with this, that comes to the end of our presentation for this question. So don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Conceptual Thinkers, and follow us on our Facebook, Conceptual Thinkers Mathematics and English Hub, for our updates of the next video. Okay, so feel free to share your question, and you can drop your question in the comments box below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.